Donington Park was supposed to be one of the strongest weekends of the season for EASTROC ZX MOTO Evan Bro's factory. From the very first practice session, everything pointed toward a genuine podium opportunity. Valentin Debisee immediately demonstrated impressive pace. In free practice, he finished fourth with a lap time of 1 minute, 29.742 seconds, just 0.254 seconds behind the fastest rider, Booth-Amos. His teammate, Federico Caricasulo, also secured a top 10 result in 9th place. This showed that both ZX MOTO 820RR machines had the speed to challenge at the front. That momentum continued into the TSOT Superpole session. Debisee even topped the timing sheets early on with a 1:29.868 before his rivals found more speed in the closing minutes. He ultimately qualified 7th on the grid. The result proved that outright one-lap pace was never the problem, as the ZX MOTO 820RR was capable of matching the performance of Yamaha, Triumph, Ducati, and Kawasaki. Everything changed, however, once the lights went out for Race 1. Despite having competitive speed, Debisee was unable to stay with the leading group. He crossed the finish line in 8th place, more than 10 seconds behind the race winner. Ironically, his fastest lap was only around 0.3 of a second slower than the quickest lap of the race. That suggests the ZX MOTO still possessed genuine race-winning pace. Race 2 followed a remarkably similar pattern. Debisee once again proved that he had the speed to fight near the front. He posted one of the quickest laps of the entire weekend with a 1:28.850, earning the fastest lap of Race 2. Yet, that impressive pace failed to translate into a strong result. He finished only 10th, approximately 6 seconds behind the winner. So, what really caused ZX MOTO's disappointing weekend? The first factor was the incredibly close level of competition in the 2026 FIM World Supersport Championship. The gaps between riders were so small that losing just a few tenths at the start or getting trapped in the midfield was enough to eliminate any realistic chance of a podium finish. Debisee had the speed, but not enough of an advantage to quickly break away from the tightly packed group battling around him. The second issue was race performance, compared with qualifying performance. The data clearly shows that Debisee consistently ranked among the fastest riders during practice and Superpole. However, over the course of a 19-lap race, he struggled to maintain that same pace while constantly fighting through traffic and overtaking rivals. One-lap speed alone doesn't guarantee a strong finishing position if valuable time is lost in wheel-to-wheel battles. The third factor was the consistency of the competition. Booth-Amos aboard the Triumph, the Yamaha YZF-R9 riders, the Ducati Panigale 5 contenders, and the Kawasaki ZX-6R competitors all maintained an impressive race pace from the opening lap to the checkered flag. Meanwhile, Debisee was forced to spend much of the race defending and recovering positions instead of consistently pushing forward. Another important point was the team's overall performance. Federico Caricasulo also struggled throughout the weekend and was unable to match Debisee's pace. This suggests that the challenge extended beyond riding style alone and may also have reflected the ZX MOTO 820RR package under race conditions at Donington Park. In the end, Donington Park exposed a frustrating irony for ZX MOTO. The bike clearly had the speed to set competitive lap times and challenge near the top during practice and qualifying. Yet, when it mattered most in the races, that speed never translated into the results the team was capable of achieving. The issue wasn't a lack of outright pace. Instead, it was a combination of starting position, the difficulty of breaking free from the crowded midfield battle, and the relentless consistency of their rivals that prevented Debisee from unlocking the full potential of the ZX MOTO 820RR. Donington ultimately proved one important lesson about modern world supersport racing. Having one of the fastest motorcycles isn't enough. Success is determined by the ability to convert raw speed into track position, and that is now the biggest challenge facing ZX MOTO following the British round.